This is the Major Fitness F22 squat rack power cage. Really shouldn't even call it that because it's really more of like an all-in-one home gym system. We have partnered together so I can make a few videos for you and show you why I love it as being a big and integral part of my home gym workout experience. And you're probably wondering what's the difference between this and all the other racks that are out there. There's actually a couple of very specific features that I love about this one that I just don't see on other racks. I'm going to show you all of those things and plus a few others. And if you're looking for a sweet deal on this, there's going to be a couple of links in the description below. You can go there and hook yourself up. One of the first things that I wanted to mention about this particular system is that they sell it in several different ways. You can either get just the rack itself, you can get the rack, the bench, and some weights. You can get the rack, the bench, some weights, and the bar. So it really kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you just want the rack, you're set. If you need the entire thing, if you need the entire setup to get you going, you can do that as well. So I like the different options they've got there. Pretty much covers all needs. And by the way, if you're gonna get the one with the weight bench, this is an FID bench, one of the most steady and wide base that I have overall. But let me get into the rack. I have probably owned 5 or 6 racks over the last couple of years. And the one thing that this one has that the others don't is the wider footprint. Me being a bigger guy, I like it being more wide than it is deep because most of my workouts, most of my exercises are happening here in the middle or out here towards the front. I like being able to walk in and out of this and not feel like I have to squeeze up in order to get in there. So if you're somebody that's a little bit bigger, this wider footprint is really gonna benefit you. Now, because this rack is so wide-based and sturdy, it is a pretty decent sized footprint. So if you're somebody that is tight on space, definitely wanna measure everything out there to make sure everything is good to go. But I love it as a bigger dude, having this much room on either side of me during my workout. Now, from a stability and sturdy standpoint, it is 14 gauge steel all the way around, from the post to the top, to the back, to the bottom foundation. It is an incredibly durable and steady machine, which is really good for some of the exercises, which I'm gonna show you here in just a second. Now, the other thing that to me is a big deal is the fact that both of these pulleys are actually independent of each other. A lot of times these types of racks, you'll see that it has one post at the back and the entire pulley system goes off that. Because these are independent, what that allows me to do is I can use this by itself, this pulley right here, or I can use this pulley right here by myself. So if I want to say pull on this, for example, it pulls that without impacting that. This really also allows you to isolate each muscle individually on each side of your body, and it allows you to do a lot of different types of exercises, for example, tricep push downs, that you wouldn't be able to do necessarily if everything was working off the single pulley in the back. So let me get a couple of things set up and let's do some demonstrations. Now, the cables are probably one of my favorite features about this machine because this is a lot of times while I'll go to the commercial gym is because I need cables. So having these at home are a major value add, and because they are so versatile because of all of the different positions you can put them in. I mean, we can start from here, let me move this out of the way, and drop them all the way down here to the bottom, for example, and we can do some rows, as you can see me doing right here now. So the fact that these cables can move up and down independently of each other allows for just so many different types of movements to be done. And of course, it allows me to do a bunch of crossover work either on the front or the back. Definitely got to get the back workouts in. Now, up here at the top, we have 4 different angled pull-up handles. For people that like to do pull-ups, allows you to kind of different positions and hit different muscle groups. I'm not very good at pull-ups. I am not gonna embarrass myself on this video, but these are on here. They're also cushion handles, which I definitely appreciate the extra attention to detail. Down here at the bottom, we have ourselves a landmine attachment. I'm gonna show you how that works. Here, we also have these band pegs, which allows you to, they're on that side over there too, to do different types of band workouts with those. And there is also another one up here at the top and one over there. So they're really making sure to involve not just exercises with the machine, but allowing you to bring other things into this as well. Also to mention, these are 1-inch holes. This is a 2 by 3-inch post in case you're considering other types of attachments. And I love back here on the back, they gave me a bunch of different hooks that I can hang my different attachments from instead of keeping them all over the floor, which is what I usually do. So the rows that I was doing earlier, this is where my feet were at over here on this side. Just gives you a little bit of extra stability. So whenever you are pulling the pulley from up there, that you can really put a lot of kind of friction and strength and energy into those pulls as you are pulling those. So I like having those down here also. And if you end up getting the plates also, I love that they're color coded. They're very durable overall plates. Got those up there and those nice looking blue ones up there at the top. So using these for all of my workouts now. Now they did send me the Major Fitness barbell here, so let's do some barbell movements. One of the things I loved about the spotter arms they included here is that they're actually long spotter arms. I've had some racks in the past where the spotter arms were just way too short, and I was always worried about my barbell falling off. But these are awesome, and also when you put them on, there really is no roll. It is a very level machine, and so are the spotter arms. Now remember earlier I said I need a big machine because I'm a big guy. That includes how high I can set like my spotter arms, for example, because if I'm doing some sort of a squat, I need to be able to start from a high position, and a lot of other squat racks out there just don't allow me to be able to do that. So it's not just a wide machine. The fact that those pins on the pulleys go up so high really allows me to do a lot of exercises that frankly I may not be able to do with other racks. Now when it comes to doing different types of bench workouts, I don't want the spotter arms. I want to use the 2 included J-hooks, which by the way, also metal, really well made. Let's get this set up. And these J-hooks just make the whole thing easier. So I could do me some flat, I can move it to an incline and then drop them back without having to worry about them rolling. I love that this thing's on wheels. I can move it out of the way real quick. And like I said earlier, the wide stability of this allows me to do these types of exercises just on one side of the machine without worrying about it tipping or becoming unstable. And that's not even all of it. It also comes with these dip bar handles, which are great for doing dip exercises. It comes with several different barbell clamps. It really does come with everything you need to get a full body workout. And just a reminder that in the description below, there are links so you can go check this out directly and snag yourself a sweet deal. So if you are looking for a power rack to elevate those home gym gains, you don't want a beginner model, you want that step up, you want the bells, you want the whistles, the Major Fitness F22 should be one that you are putting on your list.